Hey, what's up? It's your boy L7. Today I got a very special guest. Now, actually, it's my man Otis Buckley representing, MPP. We did actually some work together in MPP. I'm a big fan of this guy. Maybe you could go a little bit more into that, right? What did you do with MPP exactly?
I'm the Illinois state coordinator, and so I'm the one that's over all of Illinois. I started off, regular about 6 months ago, and I'm loving every minute of it. It's a, it's, it's good. It's good.
Okay. So we're going to talk about MPP today, but before we talk about all that, tell me where it all began. How did you join MPP? Who is Otis for our viewers?
Well, I don't know how far you want me to go back, but prior to joining MPP, I was an activist for 6 years. Started my own organization back in 2014, Total Blackout for Reform, and that was to uh, try and put an end towards police brutality and ensure that all police officers would have to wear body cameras. And for the most part, the overwhelming majority of police officers in America now wear body cameras. So I would like to view that as a success. And it wasn't just me, we had a whole team. So I want to give credit to everybody who helped us with that. There were a lot of people involved. No one person can do it alone. Then prior to that, I had went back to college, to get my degree because I wanted to have a bachelor's. I already had my associates, so I went back. Prior to, I'm working in a backwards mode here, but prior to that, I had spent over 15 years working in corporate America, where I was a loan officer, a realtor, a senior sales rep, a debt consultant. So sales, but high end sales. And I did that for, like I said, over 15 years. And prior to that, I had spent almost 6 years in the military, in the Army, because I went in the Army straight out of high school. I graduated high school at 16, went in the Army at 17. I had to get my parents to sign me in, but my entire family is a military family, so that wasn't a problem at all. So I guess that's me in a nutshell. A guy who was born and raised on the west side of Chicago. Some people would say one of the worst neighborhoods on the west side. And so, well, for anybody who's watching from Chicago, I'll tell you, Madison and Cicero area, about 3 blocks from there. And my family didn't have a lot of money, so I wanted to leave home and be my own man. And so, as soon as I turned 17, within 2 months, within 4 months, I was in the military.
Hey, that's cool, man. All right, so the thing is, the last time that I spoke with you, right? Uh, we were actually working on that July 11th event, yeah? That thing,
Yeah.
with the different senators and all that, like going to the people's, and I thought that was a pretty brave, bold action, one of the most bravest and boldest actions on part of the MPP. And actually, I remember that you actually had one of the most successful ones because your event actually went and got actually access to the senator himself, Dick Durbin. I was like, whoa, that's really exciting. That's cool. That's something that's different and way that your event stood out versus, a lot of the other events. Maybe you could share a little bit more about, like, how did you enjoy that experience?
Oh man, that was great. That was my first time ever interviewing someone within Congress, let alone a senator. And he was a nice guy. I mean, he was cordial, he was polite, he answered all of the questions. Maybe not exactly the answers we wanted to hear, of course, but he did answer to the. He didn't skip a single question. So that was amazing to get to interview a senator, and hopefully, I'm hopeful that he'll reach out to me because I did. Um, leave him with my name and all of that information. He emailed me, actually. He did email me. As Senator Tammy Duckworth, she emailed me as well since that event. So I'm hoping they'll reach out to me. That way I can help them put together these programs and plans that need to be put together. And not just myself, I'm going to bring other activists with me, so that way we can get all of this stuff done. I mean, yes, I'm not a Democrat. I'm no longer. I've already Dem exited. I'm with MPP. I'm going to remain with MPP, but I don't mind working with them if it'll get things done.
That's incredible. That's
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. By the
get
way,
me
let me
excited. Yeah, get me
congratulate you.
excited. Yeah. Go ahead, go ahead.
Let me congratulate you because you had one of the most successful events that day as well, man. You had so many people come out. That was amazing, bro. So I'll
Yeah.
give you a shout out for that.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we had some good help from the Yang Gang, and that was really, I believe the left should be a coalition, right? Instead of like purity testing and like, smacking other people around, right? We have to be friends together. Yeah. So I'm happy to be a friend with you. I'm happy to be a friend with all the members of MPP. Once again, my hands extended to all of them. Some of them may have different feelings, but that everybody gets to make a decision in life how they want to, live their lives, right? So, uh, once again, props to you. So what's next for MPP?
Oh man, we're going to take it to the next level. We're not going to stop. We've got our foot on the gas. We're going to keep it on the gas. Right now, we're at a monumental phase. Things are going extremely well for MPP. We are about to explode. I know since I've been here for about 6 months now. I've seen nothing but advancement. I've seen nothing but a skyrocket from the day that I joined. So, you know, we have the formula for success. And 2022, we're going to come back. We're going to take over a lot of congressional seats as well as local seats. And then in 2024, we'll be right back to take over the presidency and change the world.
Yeah, okay, that's sounding really good. I have to agree with your assessment just from what I've been watching, you know, as much as I can and being involved as much as I can. But to tell you the truth, one of the things that I really, you know, don't hear as much from the MPP, right, is, you know, how we can improve and how we can get better, right? So there's certain things that probably you have to say that's good, what MPP is doing right, yeah, and there's certain probably things that you think that they could improve on, yeah? So what are some of the ways, what are your favorite things about MPP? What do you think? Yeah,
I love the passion and drive of all of the people, especially when they come in. That new fire is amazing because it always reinvigorates yourself when you see that. And so just that passion that people have, that everyone wants to work hard. Everybody wants to be a part of this because who doesn't want to be a part of something this monumental, you know? So everybody, you know, really loves the fact that we are about to be a part of true change, not just, you know, how the Democrats, they tell us they're going to change and they never change. We're actually changing the entire political landscape. And so to know that you're a part of that, that's an amazing feeling, you know?
I hope so. I hope so. What are some of the ways that you feel like the MPP could improve?
I'm sorry, I cannot answer that due to the NDA agreement that I signed.
Okay, that's unfortunate, man. I'm sorry to hear that. So the thing is, just so you know, just a little second of my perspective, yeah, I've been part of the Green Party. There's a lot of other third parties, like this libertarian stuff like that, right? It's important, I believe, to make sure that, you know, I've seen other movements become co-opted. I've seen other movements degrade, right? It's important to make sure that this is truly a people's party, yeah? And sometimes that can get lost, right, with the organizational stuff. So that's just my perspective. I'm sorry that you can't speak about that because of your NDA. So I want to ask, let me try to think about something else. So look, before you said that you worked some of these corporate American jobs, yeah? Working with sales, stuff like that, right? You know, I worked for sales jobs, and sometimes you got to have, you know, access to different, you have to sign NDAs because you're dealing with customer information. So comparing the corporate NDAs versus the NDA that now that is preventing you from speaking, what's your perspective on that?
I don't know if I fully understand the question.
If we compare the corporate NDAs that you signed versus the NDA that you signed for MPP, can you tell me about, like, were there any significant differences?
Let me think. Were there any? I'm sorry, I cannot answer that due to the non-disclosure agreement that I signed.
Okay, it would be nice to talk about the nature of the NDA, but, you know, I almost feel like, you know, like, it's difficult for you to say things. I know you probably want to say them. It's almost like a robot and can't say what you want to say. Would you say that's maybe an accurate assessment of what's going on here?
I cannot answer that due to the NDA that I signed.
Yikes. Okay. Well, let's try to lighten up a little bit. I remember that you had a very interesting project you were working on. You had brought up the topic of reparations at one of the meetings, right? And then you were like, you know, this is something that I'd like to attend to, and I think that's a conversation that's worth having. You know, where did that go?
I'm sorry, I cannot answer that due to the NDA that I signed.
Damn. Yikes. Okay. All right. Let's Okay. So, all right. All right. Let me try to find something else. Okay. So, let me see. Let me find a concept that you can answer. How do you feel like the convention went last Sunday?
Oh, it was amazing, man.
Okay.
Our convention was way better than the DNC and the RNCs. We had some of the best speakers on this planet. We had Dr. Cornel West. He's my personal idol. We had Senator Nina Turner. That's my sister, what I would like to call her. We had presidential candidate Marianne Williamson. such a wonderful lady. We had Tim Black. He's a YouTuber, and he broke it down. We had other YouTubers, Jimmy Dore, Nico House. We had so many people. It was amazing, man. It went off way better than I thought it was going to go off. Amazing. That's the only word I can think of.
Hey, cool, man. Cool. Awesome. Yeah. That I think that I was also super impressed. I watched the proceedings. One thing that I would like just to mention, just on the side, just my own personal little note, is that a lot of people like Jimmy Dore and stuff like that, yes, they are celebrities. Yes, they've earned their place. They've done a lot of great work for the movement. But they're no longer really involved so much with work on the ground. I haven't really seen them like on the Slack or the base camp really getting involved. So they're only talking to party leadership, and they won't really be able to be aware of or really be maybe even sympathetic towards, right, issues that the, us normal members go through versus, the elite members who get to talk with them. Would you say maybe that's an accurate assessment?
I'm sorry, I cannot answer that due to the NDA that I signed.
Damn. All right, so let's throw out all that, man. Like, let's just get back to you and me, man. What's the future hold for Otis Buckley, man? Because you got some exciting things on your plate, some positive things. Let's go back to pause. What can we do together, man? What can you do? What's your plans?
Well, I'm going to remain, the Illinois State Coordinator here with MPP. I'm going to ensure that we win in 2022, and I'm going to ensure that we win in 2024. I mean, I'm going to continue to do that. What I've been doing since becoming an activist is looking out for the people. And everything that I do for the best interests of the people. And so that's what I'm going to continue to do everything within my power to make this world a better place. I believe that if we can make America a better place, we can make the world a better place. So that is my focus, and that's where I'm going to remain.
Hey, man, you're an inspiration. Thank you so much for coming on the show, man. Now, maybe other people want to follow this story, see what's going on. They want to, keep track of, this is a pretty exciting development, to understand about MPP. There's a lot of new buzz about it. How can people follow you, stay on track of, what's going on here?
Well, I really prefer to keep the private side private, because I do have some things going on outside of MPP, but I don't really want to blend the two here because I just like to keep them separate. I mean, I know I did mention in the beginning about the organization that I founded, but that's part of my history, not my current. Well, it is my current because I still own that. It's still my organization. But I mean, I was just giving you a history of what brought me to this point. So I don't really want to talk about what I'm going to be doing in the future outside of MPP, because this is where my heart is at right now. And so this is where I really, really, really want to remain focused. Of course, I'm going to be focused on my organization. That'll never go away because I will never deny those who stood behind for so long. But I also want to remain focused here because this is a very important mission, and we cannot afford to fail.
Thank you so much, Otis. You're an inspiration to me. I'm sure you're an inspiration to many viewers out there. Thank you for your time. It's been wonderful. I can't wait to hear more from you. God bless, my man. Thank you.
Same thing, brother. Good to talk to you again, man.
All right. Have a good one.
All right. Talk to you soon.
All right. So the thing is that in the title of this, in the thumbnail, it says that I will explain why the progressive media is incentivized to actually not report on this. So the thing is that, let's be honest, the MPP convention, they're very well politically connected. They got the Cornel West, they got the Nina Turner and all this other kind of thing. But like I said in the video, notice that these people do not actually get involved with the groundwork. So how are they going to know if MPP is suppressing, members and not allowing them to have a say, right? The elite members, you can see that there's a lot of weird stuff going on. Also the NDA, which they have not addressed, right? You can see that they're actually, MPs in their latest meetings are addressing a lot of the things that I bring up. They're trying to say that they do have a way for people to put things on the platform now. There was nothing about that before. But still, we can see that there's no evidence of any work going on reparations. They may do it after this video. And, unfortunately, they have to be kind of like, drag, pulling, and screaming to attend to some of these issues. That's not reassuring at all from being a ground activist. I've never really, also being, Asian American, but I never had a real desire to be a celebrity. I've actually been in charge of and, work with political organizations for a long time, more than 20 years, more than many of the people at MPP themselves. So, you know, it's easy to look at my face, which looks young, and underestimate my abilities and my perspective. That happens all the time. But, you know, I think that the way that I'm coming out here really shows my organizational ability and experience. And these are very serious concerns. Now, let's take a look at the progressive media. The thing is that, you know, they're not funded very well by corporations, so they're all scrapping, trying to get monetization. And you'll hear them say, notice one thing that you will not see on my channel is, I won't say, oh, I can't say this word because I might not get monetized and all that other thing. If you are really speaking truth to power, you should expect to be suppressed. So I have no real plans on getting monetized at this time, and that's not even a concern for me, really. But, you know, you can see that monetization is a concern for many, many other channels. And not only that, but the thing is that they will, they're also competing for an audience. And by being friendly with MPP leadership, they're given a platform to maybe get in front of like 10,000 people like at this convention. And, you know, if you raise your voice, you could see, you know, that you are not welcome. And I get that. But, you know, in the end,
Yes.
as people who have been fighting for a long time for disenfranchised voices, you know the danger of allowing this type of behavior to run out of control. It's not cool at all.
I think that's it.
You know, eventually there's already a stratification created of haves and have-nots, because since there's want to be so with the socialist type of a framing, let's look at it from socialist framing. You are definitely the haves and we are definitely the have-nots, and it's not cool at all. Look, it's real unfortunate. The progressive media, you know, a lot of these content producers have something to gain. But, you know, look, once again, look at, they do what's profitable, right? Yeah, they're running their shows and they do a great job. You know what I mean? It's entertaining and stuff like that, but they made a choice. They made a choice to focus on, you know, becoming a celebrity and, you know, putting out content, stuff like that, which has, you know, secondary side effects that where you can champion causes on the progressive side. So that's a great thing. But, you know, we can see right now that, you know, nothing's perfect. And this is definitely a problem that I've seen many times before, right? Yeah, the leadership gets a little bit, you know, feels that they're better than the than the regular people. And the concerns that I had regarding these issues and Assange and things like that were well known within the small community. Actually, I've emailed, and I will provide receipts for that real soon. I'm not going to do it yet, but everybody, you guys know you have it too. I sent emails to the Hill. You know, actually, fuck it, I will provide the receipts. The Hill, you know, Nico House, Jimmy Dore, you know what I mean, the Convo Couch, you know, all the ones that you guys watch too. Yeah? And the thing is that they did not report on this. They could say that they just didn't read my email, but I've been in this activist game for a little, you know, and especially active since the Tulsi campaign. So my work with Investigation of Accelerate 2020, I'm sure definitely turned their eyes, and they've made little mentions of that stuff as well, which I also have kept track of. Look, I'm not here to, you know, point fingers at everybody and say, look, you're coming short here. Yeah? That's, you know, I get it. You know, you have something to gain. You are, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, yeah? But you are actually, in this case, misleading the people, giving them the impression that MPP is truly a people's party, right? Being not Democrats is just such a low bar, and you're really setting up for failure here. We should really be examining, can people put their ideas on the platform? Is there toleration of dissent? And is there freedom to, you know, engage in certain activities? Yeah, not just is the leadership, you know, saying everything's going great, because God's truth is it's not, yeah? Okay, there's a lot of people who are being misinformed and have the wool being pulled over their eyes. And once again, please note that I'm not saying that MPP is evil or bad. I've been part of these third-party movements, I've been part of the Green Party for over 20 years. I already have videos on this, you know. I understand the problems that these organizations face probably better than many of, you know, the leadership does, or the people who have titles and positions. So I get it, you know, it's not an easy job, but, you know, we have to work together. I know that they know better than this. So come on, MPP, when are you guys going to give me a call? You guys still haven't called. You said you were going to call me. You said you were going to talk to me at the last general meeting, and you don't call. You know, yeah, good luck with that. We'll see how this works out. See you on the next one, guys. These videos are independently produced and funded, and your support is deeply appreciated. Liking the video and subscribing helps the channel, and ringing the bell icon will keep you notified as to when we upload new content. You can also check out our other social media platforms. We'd love to hear from you. We also have our event calendar, links in the description. On our Reddit, you can come in and get on the conversation and check out some of the memes. Like and share, it really helps us in the YouTube algorithm. Every week on Sunday, we have a live online meeting where you can join us in working to create and nurture the change that we need. I'd like to invite you to check out some of our other videos. Until next time, may all your actions bring you success. Stay focused, stay strong, and reinvest in yourself as well as your community. Together, our efforts can be greater than the sum of the parts. The power is in your hands. Thanks for watching.